So today we have a very exciting tool. This is one of the first Leatherman Charge clones I've seen on the market, and it offers an amazing value, $39, but do you get $200 value like you would pay somewhere around there, $200 mark for the Leatherman Charge at $39? Let's see. So one of the first things we'll notice is definitely it takes some heavy design cues from the Leatherman Charge. So if you look at this right here, again, a very familiar. Now they do say there's some titanium alloy. I don't think a lot of this tool is titanium, but it does definitely have some titanium look to it. And it's supposed to be more dressed up and give you that feel of a titanium Charge. Now, it doesn't just stop at the handles. What you get is for the first time, you actually get this cutting hook on the serrated blade, which is really cool. Now, this is one of my favorite things about the Leatherman Charge, and so that is really neat that they added that onto this tool. Huge, huge fan of that. And then we do have the saw as well. And then we do have the knife right here. Again, all these lock, and then we do have the scissors. Now, with the scissors, I have tried to do some cutting with paracord, and they do cut very well at the bottom. I have noticed they're not as sharp at the top right here, or I guess in the middle they cut okay as well, but it's more the bottom you want to aim for. But once you hit that spot, they do cut very, very well. So I'm a huge fan of these outside scissors, and again of that cutting hook right there. I think that's huge. And then this has a very nice look to it. Now it doesn't look the same as the Leatherman Charge. Obviously they haven't gotten the essence. Well, I guess they've gotten the essence, but they haven't copied it completely. So there is some difference. It's different. You have the brand name right here. This is the SQT. And then there is another model, the DL7 as well. So you have both of these models and they seem pretty much the same. Then you do have a fairly nice set of pliers right here. And then you've got some wire cutters and you've got crimpers as well. So really cool. And then you've got some numeral markings right here, inches and metric. And then we've got some surprises on the inside as well. Now this is the same. We've got the great set of the great bit driver right here with its double-sided bit. And then you can get all kinds of bits from Klein, Husky. So pretty cool about that as well. And then on this side, we've got some more surprises. So we've got the fairly normal can opener with the wire stripper. And then we have the very nice large screwdriver. But then we have a micro driver. So this is the first time I remember a micro driver on a Leatherman clone. So I tried this out, and this is the Leatherman bit. And it seems like you have to use, so this one right here does have a flat side and a Phillips side, just like the Leatherman. But so far, I cannot get the SQT bit to fit in the Leatherman. So it must be just a tiny bit larger, but I can get the Leatherman bit to fit in here. And that seems to be sometimes how it works. Sometimes the Leatherman maybe can fit, but these other parts don't fit. So there is a little bit of difference for some of you guys that feel like it's just copy and paste. It's not completely that way. Then we do have an awl, and then we do have a double-sided or three-sided file. I think, no, just double-sided file. We've got a diamond file on this side and then a regular file on this side. So I thought that was a nice touch to add that diamond file. A lot of people are really big into that, but again, it will be a lot smaller with this small screwdriver on the end. And then we come to a couple other really interesting parts. So now this is the shell multi-tool, and it does seem to be out of stock on AliExpress, but it is still sold on Amazon. But what you'll notice when you compare these, is your typical wave clone against the Charge clone, is that the Charge is much thicker. So definitely you have these spacers, and when we look at this, it almost looks like they actually did add another layer on top of here, just like the Leatherman Charge is made. So perhaps in the future I will tear part of this apart and show you guys more how it's made, but I did think that was unique, something to think about. Now when we talk about weight, this comes in at 9.5 ounces or 270 grams. So keep in mind that even though it says titanium and they're trying to get across weight savings, your normal Leatherman Wave comes in around 8.7 ounces. So it's not extremely lightweight, but I'll have to weigh this and again, compare that to some of the other Leatherman Wave copies in the future to see if we have any weight savings at all. Now, as far as prices go, this one right here on Amazon is $59. With a coupon code, it does come to around $55. But if you wait, this is the SQT 2048. If you wait for the DL7, this is only $39 on AliExpress. So $39 versus $190, $200 titanium Leatherman. What are the differences? Well, I can tell you right away, there definitely are some differences. So when I look at my Leatherman Charge, it definitely has a more quality feel to it. Even the tool implements, sometimes these feel a little bit more sandy or they don't feel as finished, is what I'm trying to say. There's not that attention to detail that you will see in the Leatherman. And I mean, for $150 less, what do you expect? But for that extra $150, you do get some more. I'm not saying you get $150 more, but you do get some more for your money. And one of the things you get is my Leatherman Charge seems to close, and it seems to keep fairly even when the handles close. Now, when we look at a tool like this, when this closes, I've noticed it's off. So even when I try to move these handles over, it just, maybe that's better. But when you open it up, so let's open this up, close it again, and then when it just goes to its natural position, that actually is a little bit better, but I still think it might be a little bit off. So keep that in mind. For some of you, that this right here will bother you a lot. And when you have the Leatherman Charge, there's still some adjustment, but it feels a lot harder. So there's a little bit of sort of rocking back and forth, but not near as much as with this cheaper version. So again, you definitely do get more with the Leatherman, but this is a tremendous value for $40, $39, fantastic value. All right, so let's dive a little bit deeper into this. And this is the packaging. So now they're even going with black and yellow, which I found interesting. Anyone remember who else makes black and yellow? But let's go on. So we've got needle nose pliers, regular pliers, hard wire cutters, can opener, wire stripper. Then we have the number 6 large screwdriver. And then you've got the small micro screwdriver, the awl. There's the large screwdriver, file, scissors, serrated knife, wood saw knife, safety lock, screwdriver socket, ruler, and then it does talk about this as well. I think that's the other side of the micro screwdriver, perhaps. And then we do have, as far as handle material, it talks about titanium alloy, and then the main material is 3CR13, knife material is 7CR13. And then we do have the expanded length, again, 16 centimeters, fold length, 10 centimeters, weight, 270 grams. So again, one of the big things to keep in mind is that your knife blade will be a lot better on your Leatherman Charge. So this knife blade, again, 7CR13. And then some of these are, this one right here is that S30V, which I think is, a fair amount, a lot better than this one. So again, you are getting a lot more with your titanium Charge, but for those of you jumping into the multi-tool world, this is a fantastic opportunity for you to experience some of the upgraded additions that you get without paying that price. And then if you love this, eventually grab one of these. So I think that's pretty cool. These right here, you can use, sort of experiment how you like it. And then if you lose it, for $39, you still don't want to lose it, but it's not near as heartbreaking as losing a $200 tool. And believe me, I've had $20, many times $20. I've agonizingly searched for a temperature probe or a flashlight or a knife. So I would not want to lose this either, but it will be a little bit easier to lose. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I will be doing several more videos on this. I'll try to tear apart some of the handles, see what's underneath. I'll try to test this out some more. Let me know what materials you want me to test it out in. And then I'll be diving in a little bit deeper to see if the micro driver can be perhaps why it doesn't fit in the Leatherman. I have a suspicion it's just a tiny bit too large. So I went ahead and I weighed all three of these, and actually this comes in at the exact same weight as the Shell multi-tool. So the titanium really doesn't take any weight away from the tool. So if you thought there'd be a lot lighter tool, unfortunately that's not the case. And it is missing a pocket clip, which is a little bit of a negative, a lot of a negative for me, because this right here pouch that it comes with, not a huge fan of that. I know some of you like to pouch carry, a lot of you perhaps, but I actually am a huge fan of the pocket clip. So that is another positive for the Leatherman Charged Titanium. The Leatherman Charged Titanium comes in at 8.8 ounces, whereas in both of these come in 9.5 or 9.6 ounces. So keep that in mind. These are a little bit heavier than the Charge as well. So there is definitely some differences. Hopefully that helps.